Yeah, it is the next round presented by Bud Light to remind you to decide to ride before you ever take that first drink. Have a plan in place. That's how Anheuser-Busch and Bud Light remind you to decide to ride. Henry To'oTo'o with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. What's up, Henry? How are you?
What's up, guys? I'm doing good.
You've talked to us long enough to know we don't know crap about X's and O's. But watching that game Saturday, that guy Henry laughing, I think he's like, okay, finally they admit it. Watching that game Saturday, it looked like something different. There was something different in your defense in the second half. Like you made some sort of halftime adjustment and just took away Ole Miss's run game and forced them to do exactly what you wanted them to do. Did I read that wrong on CBS?
Oh, you definitely read that right. Coach, we kind of made a lot of adjustments to where, we started slamming the line and shooting gaps as linebackers to be able to take away those little holes that they were hitting in the first half. But it was a good effort by everybody. I think we all came out with the mindset of, trying to shut these guys out in the second half and play our ball. But it really shouldn't take us, we talked about this as a team. It shouldn't take us getting punched in the mouth for us to be able to respond to the team. And when we're down at half, it shouldn't take that. So, I think everybody just answered the bell really well, but we should be the fight starters from the beginning.
Henry, you've already played one elite running back earlier this year in Bijan Robinson, but Quinshon Judkins, as a true freshman, guys playing at another level. I mean, are those guys, I know they play a different game, but when we're just talking about overall great running backs, I mean, are they in the same atmosphere right now?
Oh, yeah, he's up there. He's definitely up there. I think he's going to be a really, really great back coming into the future, coming to, the next years he has in college. But they find good ways to get him the ball. They find great ways to get him in space to be able to show his talent. And he's a hard runner. He puts his head down and he's able to, run people over and make some plays too. So he's gonna be one of those guys, coming up in the next years where he's gonna be like, man, he's one of the best backs to come out of here.
Nick Saban, your coach, is talking a lot publicly about recapturing the culture inside the program. I know that's something that players, when they leave, they want to leave behind as well, that the culture's in good hands. Is that sort of a challenge for you and the guys who'll be moving on down the stretch here, that you want to leave it like you found it when you leave Tuscaloosa?
Definitely. There's a set found culture here, and it's respected and it's carried with pride. And there's so many people that came before you. So that's kind of one of our main goals as a leadership group, and the guys that are leaving, being able to carry that standard, being able to carry that pride that we have as the Alabama Crimson Tide. But we know our guys work so hard. Our guys do a great job of coming in and working their tail off. In my opinion, there's nobody in the country that works harder than we do. I think it's just some miscues on Saturdays that we have, some mental errors that we have on Saturdays that causes those two losses that we had. But that work ethic and that identity of playing tough football will never, ever leave. And I think that our team does a great job of that. But being able to leave our legacy, as hard-hitting Alabama football players.
Henry To'oTo'o is with us on the next round, presented by Bud Light, who reminds you to decide to ride before you ever take that first drink. Have a plan in place. That's how you decide to ride, from Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch. He's on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. Nick Saban said on his coach's show last night that when he sees former players say that this team doesn't meet the Alabama standard, it makes his heart hurt. It breaks his heart, because he said he's responsible for that. I'm not saying you don't meet the Alabama standard, but what kind of reaction do you hear? Your coach says it makes his heart hurt. What kind of reaction does that give you?
It sucks when your coach's heart hurts, especially Coach Saban's. You don't ever want that guy heart to hurt. But definitely, just we got to pick it up as a team. He created an identity here at Alabama of some hard hitting dudes. They play smart, disciplined football, but they're always competing for championships. So that's definitely an identity that coach is proud of, and we're proud of too. We don't like going out there and losing more than he does or any other fans. So definitely, just being able to carry that tradition as much as we can, as hard as we can, and I think we do a great job of it, but I think it's the mentally aspect of it that where we fall asleep of and have problems at times. So, I apologize to Coach. It's our job to carry it on and fight, for 60 minutes and every single time we do.
You've got 3 more games left, Henry. You've got 73 tackles. So 3 games to get 27 tackles. Does 100 tackles, does that milestone mean anything for you?
Not really. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, 100 tackles is 100 tackles. Like, I think last year was the first time I ever had 100 tackles, but I didn't really realize it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm more worried about winning and winning. I ain't gonna lie.
Winning and winning. I like it.
Oh, we're coming up on Thanksgiving weekend, and we enjoy Thanksgiving. It's one of our favorite holidays because of the food. What about you? Do you enjoy Thanksgiving, and is there specific Thanksgiving food that you're looking forward to having in the complex?
I really just when it comes to Thanksgiving, I'm a big dessert guy. Like peach cobbler, apple cobbler, some ice cream. I definitely always got to eat a bag of Skittles on Thanksgiving. Like that's always been a thing of mine. But like as far as the food, I'm not a big turkey guy. Like I really want some mac and cheese. Looking forward to some mac and cheese, but man, I just eat all the desserts on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, boy, you've never sound more Southern than saying you want peach cobbler and apple cobbler. That's to me a Southern thing. Yeah,
that's definitely you guys. I definitely got me when I moved out here. That's all I crave now. Some peach cobbler. I ain't gonna lie.
No, do you do it a la mode? Do you put the ice cream on it?
I definitely put the ice cream on it. I got to put the ice cream on it.
Yes. You here's the thing though about as a lifelong Southerner, Henry, about peach cobbler is some people try to make it with the peach pie filling out of a can and it's awful. You got to have legit like the peach. I don't know how to describe it, but you can't just use the off the shelf peach pie filler. Like they've got this peach pie filler that comes in a tin can. You cannot use that. That is awful cobbler.
Oh yeah, no, I would no. I don't want to see that cobbler at all.
No.
I mean, it's the football complex at Alabama, Brown.
I'm sure it's fresh peaches.
They're peeling the peaches from Chilton County.
There's no doubt. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. They came in on a truck this morning and they were peeling those peaches.
The best peaches in the world for our man Henry.
What is the best thing you guys have to eat at that complex? Is there one thing that really stands out?
I've had the steak. The steak is really good.
Yeah, we had steak. My favorite is when we get king crab. I ain't gonna lie. We get some king crab up in there.
Most Alabama football line ever is Henry To'oTo'o loving it when they get king crab. All the rest of the country looks at it and says, okay, well, they've got a robot that paints the field, and they like it when they get king crab.
Yeah, weren't they in Last Chance U, weren't they eating like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
That's where they had a meal. How much king crab can you eat? Because king crab, it's a lot of effort for a little bit of meat, but the meat is fantastic.
I think I could eat about 10 of them. I'd probably eat about 10. My stomach going to be hurting at the end of the night.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
It's well worth it. There's no doubt. Does Alabama provide those silver like the crackers, or do you have to do it with your hands?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what a dumb question by me. Of course, Alabama.
They probably have co-eds that crack it for them.
It's got Alabama emblem on it, I am sure, yes.
Am I right that I'm looking at per pound it's $76.99 right now for king crab? Is that right?
Do you understand what this football program generates?
I think Henry just told you he could put away about 5 pounds on it too.
Hey, you remember that when people start talking to you about the cost of going to school at Alabama? We ate 5 pounds of king crab, market price $76 a pound a night in Tuscaloosa. That's amazing.
Bama buys it in bulk; they get a better deal. All right, Henry To'oTo'o, thank you very much. Have a great Thanksgiving. We'll see you next Friday before the Iron Bowl. Good luck this weekend.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, buddy. Take care. Henry To'oTo'o with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. He's presented by Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch, who remind you, decide to ride. Before you ever take that first drink, have a plan in place. Man, it is so especially important this holiday season. Have a plan in place before you ever take that first drink. Decide to ride with Anheuser-Busch and Bud Light.